Hello and welcome to session 43 of Primordial Harmony, a classic, well, we're going to be a classic, a retelling of the classic Elemental Evil story in the Dungeons & Dragons multiverse. And my name's Mike, I am the DM, and I'm joined by...
I'm Nyx, and I play Ilaria. She's a wild-elf ranger with her pet panther, Valor.
I am Senna, and I play Delia, the gnome wizard.
My name is Miles. I play Tadias, odd enough, the awesome seeker that really needs a drink.
My name is Zeph, and I play Zachary Vitalis, the Fire Genasi Dad Shovel Knight.
Kitties, who plays Hum the Gnome Bard, will join us a little later this evening, but for now we'll get started. Who knows, she might show up right after I give the recap, because it's a doozy at 1,200 words. So, let's jump right into it. When we last left the Excavators, Tadias flew through the gates of Forstride, Delia on his shoulders, peering at the aura of the miasma. But suddenly, Tadias lost consciousness for a split second, during which his angel guide Safinir delivered a frightful warning about the source of the sickening magic. When he came to, he righted himself just before grinding his nose into the ground, but his angel flight ran out, and he found himself stumbling headlong toward a militiaman. Tadias, with Delia clinging to him for dear life, narrowly avoided him. The militiaman was flustered by this and took this opportunity to let off some steam. Forstride had apparently faced some more problems while our heroes were away, including elemental arms closing and ending the supply of the weapon-enhancing rosin, a group of gnolls making their way into the city proper with no warning flares from the militia guarding the outskirts, and winds and sails suffering a break-in. Deeply concerned, Tadias and Delia took the walk back to Zachriel's house. Meanwhile, to try and ease and distract herself, Floriana asked about what the party had been up to and how Altosi's burial went. Hum was more than happy to tell the tale, and nearly told of Zachriel's close encounter with the froghemoth's stomach, but was subtly pleaded with not to. Tadias and Delia returned, and the group decided to investigate the events at the Elemental Industrial Hill, Delia still keeping her detect magic up, still sensing the miasma. The excavators saw that, indeed, Elemental Arms was boarded up and shut down. Just down the street, they saw Marshal Grobash, accompanied by a few corporals, speaking with the half-elf owner of Clear Currents. He smiled and waved, greeting the party, and the excavators decided to approach and speak about the goings-on, especially the Gnoll incursion. Grobash seemed forthcoming about the break-ins. A few cultists nearly forced their way into Winds and Sails via its lobby, but security spurred them off. But later it was discovered that one of the experimental projects turned up missing. However, when asked about the Gnoll incursion, Grobash gave only the basic facts. But one of his corporals, an Earth Genasi of Elven heritage, Drendor Moonstone, nearly voiced something more, but Grobash ordered him to be silent due to the sensitive nature of the events. Very put off by this, Tadias excused himself from the conversation to go check on his uncle Dimitri. He gave a subtle signal to Drendor to follow. Hum joined Tadias as Delia, accompanied by Zachriel and Illyria, would make their way back to Akka to research and try to find more information about the miasma. At the lobby of Winds and Sails, Drendor would subtly explain to Tadias and Hum that he made a concerning discovery. In the schedule that records and informs where certain militiamen are assigned to be on watch, the names of the men assigned to the corner where the group of gnolls made their way into Forstride all belonged to members of the militia that were dead or had been discharged from service. With this chilling information delivered, Drendor made his exit, albeit coughing, seemingly under the same malady caused by the miasma. Tadias then met with Dimitri, who informed him of the missing project and the break-in. Tadias tried to narrow down who the culprit might be, but to his chagrin, it turned out Dimitri was very open about his projects to his employees. After a friendly admonishment, he and Hum left to find the others. Meanwhile, as Delia returned to Akka, her best friend, whom she hadn't seen in days, greeted her, happily embracing her for a moment, but with a warning that final exams for this semester were just on the horizon. Delia informed her that, in a phrase, things are hectic right now, and parted with that and a friendly goodbye. During this conversation, Zachriel began to feel fluish. Delia went into the Academy's library to see if she could find any literature on magic with massive areas of effect. With the help of the reference desk, she found a book that would serve to help. She came to learn that sustained magical effects over such a wide area like a city, for the most part, required an anchor point of some kind for its center to persist. The excavators met up at the bottom of the southern hill by the river and made their way to Poor Decisions. They witnessed another Genasi child, coughing as well, being led by his human mother. Zachariel's symptoms grew worse as well. At Poor Decisions, the party got some light day drinking on, Zachariel ordering a hot toddy to soothe his throat. They moved into a corner out of earshot of the couple of patrons that were there having lunch and began to brainstorm. They considered trying to find Renwick, the unwilling lich that they befriended at the Sacred Stone Monastery. After the events in Orborough, he said he would attempt to make his way to Forstride. Shouldn't he be somewhere in town? Tadias also put forth the idea of finding an edge of the miasma's area and tracing it to find the center. The party was afraid of how much time that would take, and wondering how they would get in touch with Renwick, Delia recalled a scribe of spell scrolls that could make single-cast scrolls for students to use to pass demonstration exams, a method of cheating, one that she once did in fact patronize. They made their way to the residence of the spell scribe and found him just returning home. Delia requisitioned him for a scroll of sending and spent 150 gold on it. While the scribe was working on it, Zachariel, Tadias, and Illyria went to the Wayshield headquarters to petition Gordon for help. Perhaps he had a few spellcasters in the personnel of the Wayshields. When Delia finally got her scroll, she sent to Renwick, only to find that he wasn't in Forstride at all, but still in Orborough. It was clear he wouldn't be able to make a timely journey back to Forstride, but he expressed to Delia that he would produce a copy of the sending spell for her, and that she could copy it into her spellbook and would send to her on a regular basis, as well as giving her a vote of confidence. Meanwhile, Tadias, Zachariel, and Gordon further developed Tadias' plan to find the edge of the area of effects of the miasma, and trace along the edge and record it on a map of Forstride, in order to extrapolate where its origin is. They returned to the others with Gordon in tow. As it turned out, he was sort of a magic user himself and could cast detect magic at will. They split into two groups, one with Delia going west, and the other with Gordon going east. They mapped out arcs in the perimeter of the effect. After a couple of hours, they all gathered back at the Wayshield headquarters and would come to find that the center of the effect was in a small woods on the south side of Forstride. We return to this tale, with the party just starting to head out the door of the Wayshield headquarters, keyed up to investigate those woods. Wait, that was a mouthful.
It really was.
It really was.
Wait, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Can you read that again?
No. You can, I'll just copy-paste all 1,200 words. Alright, so. You guys, are in the lobby of the Wayshield headquarters. Let me move all the stream stuff while you tell me what you're doing.
Guys, is it really safe for Zachariel to come with us? I don't want him getting any more sick than he already is.
It's not safe for us if we tell him not to.
He's right there with you, I would think.
About that.
That's what I'm saying. Rise is right next to us.
I can hear you.
Like I said,
No,
it would
you
not be
can't.
safe to tell him.
I'll be
We'll be
fine.
fine. Zachariel's a strong man. We'll need his help.
Oh, you know what? Let me pause that scene for just a second because I need to announce a few things. Okay. And I had it written down on like the first part of the notes. All right. So, from now on, I'm not hiding roles from NPCs any longer. They will pop up on the chat and you will see them firsthand, including damage. And that's important because there's another change later. But I'm also implementing a new rest type. So we have long rests, short rests. I'm implementing a rest type called a breather. A breather is, well, let me just read you the text. If a short rest does not last a full hour, a character can benefit from a type of rest called a breather. A breather is a short period of downtime, which is at least 5 minutes long, during which a character does nothing more strenuous than talking, eating, or reading. It is not enough time to tend to wounds. During a breather, a character cannot spend hit dice. Uses of class features that are regained on a short rest are restored in an amount that is half of the maximum amount of uses rounded down. So, for example, superiority die, if you have 4 of them, and you spend all of them, if you take a breather, you get 2 back. For expended single-use features, so if you have a feature that's like, you can do this once and then must take a short rest to do it again, roll a d20. If the result is 10 or higher, you get the use of the feature back. And then the final note is, after gaining the benefits of a breather, you can't benefit from it again until finishing a long rest.
All right.
And then the final rule adjustment change is for critical hits. The crit hit damage is going to be the maximum die roll plus the additional dice, as opposed to just rolling both damage dice. So, sorry to pop this on you now, but you can go into your sheets and change the critical hit on all of your macros to whatever the maximum die roll would be, and then it'll just work that way. And I can't do that on NPC sheets, so things might move a little slower. If it moves too slow, then I might trash the rule. We'll see. So yeah, let's get back into the RP. You guys are... I'll have to explain all of this to Kitties again, but she'll pick it up fast. So yeah, in the lobby. What do you guys do? Music.
If everyone is ready, we can start heading south for it. Was there any provisions you all needed, or were we ready to go?
I'm ready.
I'm ready as well.
I'll just need a few more arrows.
Run by the mark quickly. We'll meet at the south side of the town.
You are on the south side of town for sure. Okay, so as you guys exit the Wayshield headquarters, looking on the street, you see 2 militiamen who look like they're sort of interviewing people. And you see an individual they're talking to shake their head and kind of frown. The militiaman is nodding. The other turns in your direction and approaches you as you walk down from the Wayshield building. He says, "Excuse me, there's a child missing. We're looking for information."
Child?
Says, "Yeah, about 45 minutes ago, a woman," and he points to he points over to this in this direction. He says, "Woman was in the park with her child. Somebody, from her reports, somebody distracted her, and she turned away, and when she looked back, her child was gone. The child is," and he kind of like pulls out, or he lifts up a what looks like a notepad, and he says a a fire genasi toddler, about 2 years old, with human heritage.
Child's name?
And seen one of those around. We did see an Earth Genasi boy with a young lady walking down the road that way. And I point out.
Well, he says, "Oh, well, genasi are rare, but not entirely unseen."
I understand completely, sir.
He says, "Child's name is Brinlin."
Brennan. I don't know anything about Brennan, but you'll be sure to hear from us if we find anything.
Good to hear, thank you. And he kind of moves on to another passerby.
Brendan must be a common name.
What do we make of this? Why would they disappear? Sick is different.
Well, perhaps whoever is Causing the sickness is also abducting people.
We need to destroy this Inca now.
I agree.
Okay.
So as I've lived in the city, do I know if there's an exit southbound, or do I actually have to walk out of the east or west gates?
So I mean, this isn't that big of a deal, but there's a guard tower here that does serve as an exit out, but it's usually locked down for, security reasons. And that, in order to actually use that entrance, you'd have to finagle with a militiaman, and it would take some time. Yeah.
It's not as much of a detour as it's just heading out this way, I guess.
Certainly not. You can walk around and then just hike up the hill. So, Illyria, you're buying arrows?
Yep.
Okay. You can just
30.
go ahead and do that. The price is... It's on my DM screen, I'll just tell you. For 20 arrows is 1 gold, so you want 30, so it's a gold and 5 silver. Easy. The Fletcher takes your coin and says, "Thank you very much." And, that takes all of... Oh, right, my time clock. I want to get that up real quick. Do that real quick. Here it is. Alright. So, the sun is starting to drop a little bit more in the sky. Sunset seems to be in about an hour. So you guys start making your way around, and you hike up the hill. Let's do some music adjustments. Stand by. Okay. So, it's a warm evening as you enter the tree line. It's interesting. Sunlight filters through the trees, casting a smattering of shadow and yellow light. The earth, still soft from the rains of early spring, yields to your footfalls. You are within the forest, or woods. It's not a full-fledged forest. What do you do?
Does the forest that we're kind of in and leading through the map have like dedicated paths or like walkways or trails, or is it just kind of like roughing it?
It's pretty, it's not like it's overgrown like the Conadir Forest. It's sort of, it seems like it was well kept, years ago, but not long enough for, if they were to leave it alone, it would be completely overrun. It's like the picture I have here. So it's like it's open. There's a lot of spaces between the trees, but it's still sort of like there's brushes, or not brushes, there's shrubs dotting the forest, or the floor of the woods.
All right. While we still have a little bit of daylight, I'm going to show like the map to everybody and say, "All right, who wants to lead this? We'll be safer in the line."
I could lead.
If you're really confident, I kind of roll up the map and hand it to him.
So you guys are sort of making your way toward the extrapolated center within the forest? Or
walking, is there any chance I could look around and see if there's any like groups of large people that might have been passing through recently?
Absolutely. Make a survival check.
Don't think I'm good at that, but we're gonna do it. Yeah.
Ground looks like the ground to you.
Dirt. Very dirty dirt. Okay. I don't notice anything. I just kind of walk silently following Zachariel.
Okay. Zachariel, if you lead, what do you have any intent on what you're doing? You're just walking forward.
I'm just trying to use the map to the best of Ted Eyes' specifications and follow it. Basically, try not to get lost.
Okay. It's pretty hard to get lost in these woods because they're not that big. There may be a half mile long, and they kind of like descend down the hill. And you can tell based on the slope of where you are, you can sort of tell how high up the hill you are because the tree line in relation to Force Stride begins at the top of the southern hill. So you start walking, and you're kind of on a slope going down a little bit, and you're sort of following the map. So I'll ask you to make a survival check. Walking, trying to follow the map. About 30 minutes pass, and you don't seem to turn up anything. And the shadows grow longer as the sun starts to set. But you find yourself surrounded by... you find yourself deeper in these woods, and it doesn't even feel that closed in, because the trees, again, are spaced pretty far apart. Yeah, that's it.
Tadias, do you see anything?
What?
I don't see what we're looking for.
Nix, are you familiar with these woods?
Zachariel, can I see that map?
Sure can.
Yeah, I'll look at the map. How long have we been in the forest so far?
About 30 minutes. So this is what survival's for. So you sort of you try to orient yourself and see, where you are in relation to the X. Go ahead and roll a survival check. All right. So you are having trouble making heads and tails of where exactly you are in relation. And another 30 minutes pass, and it's starting to get dark now. Or rather, at this point, it's starting to get... It's twilight at this point. The sun has just left the horizon, and it's getting dark quickly.
I feel like we're lost, guys.
I'm gonna have another look at that map.
You can certainly try again.
I would like to help her. See if we can combine our expertise together.
You got it.
They're 1 to 20.
Because since we've been in an hour,
Mm-hmm.
that's my favorite terrain.
It is your favorite terrain.
Ooh.
So that does give you... Oh man, what does that do?
It adds double proficiency.
Double proficiency.
Okay, so add that to the next roll, which is +6.
Another survival?
Yeah, with advantage, and we'll add a +6 bonus to it. Okay, so with Zachariel's help, you you sort of realize that, oh crap, we got turned around.
Oh, the map's upside down.
Sure.
How dare you have me an upside down map, Tadias?
What? I rolled it up. How can you blame me for this?
So you start to head toward the X, and looking around, there's a lot more shrubs around here than you've been seeing. And you're sort of in a general area, but you walk around, your eyes peeled for any sign of something off. You suddenly feel a chill squall pass through around your ankles. So, like, suddenly, like, your ankles feel very cold for a moment. In your immediate surroundings, like within 10, 15 feet of you, there's a few fallen branches, mushrooms quietly disintegrating them, and a shrub about 5 feet tall, 8 feet wide, fully in bloom, with small violet flowers smattering among its broad green leaves.
Do we think we're close, Illyria?
I feel it. Are we close?
I mean, I described what was in your general vicinity. You can make a perception check.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Go ahead. You felt the squall too?
I don't know what an anchor looks like.
Okay, so based on where you were standing to Dice, you can kind of tell that cold rush of air seemed to come from the direction of that shrub I just described.
Delia, is that shrub magic?
Let's see. I'll cast Detect Magic again.
Is it a
See what the
ritual
shrub
or...
is. No, we'll just do a regular.
Okay. Your eyes begin to see further in, and you focus on the bush, and it does not appear magical.
I'm gonna take my staff and like poke the shrub. Is there anything inside the shrub?
You push your staff in, and you hear a solid thunk as it seems to strike stone.
Well, there's something in the shrub.
May I investigate the shrub?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
So you push your way into the shrub, and you see before you, so you actually like push your way in because these leaves have been like blocking line of sight within the shrub. It, like I said, it's 8 feet wide. It's a big thing. When you can like go under. Yeah, it's like a hedge essentially. You see before you a shrine with an icon upon it, weather-worn and clearly defaced. You also see a very narrow set of stone stairs leading down beneath the grass. More foliage obstructs your view of the bottom, but you can just make out the shape of a door at the bottom.
This looks promising.
But the statue seems to command your attention. Did anyone follow Tadias?
I did.
Yep.
Okay. Is Illyria just standing outside of the brush?
Yeah.
Okay. I need, where would Hum be? I think Hum would probably be in there, too. You think that's accurate for her character?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we all Homer Simpson through the hedge.
Okay, so I need everyone in the hedge to make a wisdom save. As you feel this sort of sinking in your mind.
Hey, that's a crit fail.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh god.
Let me pull up Hum's sheet real quick.
Don't murder me, Zach.
So I can't see what's going on.
I mean, I don't know if Tadias said anything. You said this looks promising, and then I called for the save. So at the moment, you don't know what they saw. But I mean, this is moment by moment. So I'm gonna roll Hum's wisdom save for her. Okay. Oh, well, she's not here for this. That's a shame. Okay. So let me. Zachary, go ahead and roll me a d10. Okay. Now I need you to roll me a percentile. And then I'll roll one for Hum. Seven?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember how to do that on this.
Just D100. Alright. Had to, man, both are
What bad stuff have you done to us?
boring. Oh well. Okay, so both at that moment, both Zachary, you feel your body kind of lock up, and something about this statue that's been defaced, like your mind just can't like not focus on it for a second, and it seems to just blast some sort of energy into your mind, and your reaction is to just close off, and you kind of retreat into your mind, and you are frozen, stock still. You're paralyzed. And Tadias, you look behind, and because, well, you basically notice that also Hum is also frozen, stock still.
No, boy.
I'm gonna call out. How's it going in there?
The lady you might want to hop in. Two of them aren't moving. I kind of wave my hand in front of them. Do they react at all?
Let me check on what the condition is.
I hop in.
Yeah, can't move or speak. Okay. And Valora hops in with you. And you look at Zachriel and Hum, and you see both of them are just frozen in place. And
What happened here?
you sort of assess the area, and you also see the statue, and I need Illyria and Valora to make wisdom saving throws. Well, what's this going to look like? Roll me a d10 for Valora, and then a d100. Okay. Roll a d100, please. Okie doke. So to describe the scene, you see that. You say, what is going on here? And forgot the number already. You hear Valora kind of make trying to think. She makes that kind of scream, but then turns tail and just bolts out of the hedge.
Can I associate that it was the statue that did that to them?
Yeah, you look you felt a thing too. Like you also like looked at the statue for a moment, like it drew your attention in, and you felt like sort of a weird assault on your mind, but you managed to shake it off.
Made of
The statue
Yeah.
looks like regular stone.
How big is it?
It is about it's about the size of your torso.
Is it more than anything, or is it like on top of something?
It's on top of like a small table, like a small stone table.
I go over and I just swipe it off the table and I smash it on the ground if I can.
Okay. So you pick it up, and you start to you swipe it up, and as Tadias like smashes this to the ground, everyone else who can hear. Oh, by the way, does Illyria react to Valora just turn tail?
I was gonna go out and check on her.
Okay, so you see her just like bolting through the woods, and we'll get back to that in a second. As Tadias smashes it, and Illyria goes to like run after Valora, you hear a rustling by where the stairs are, and your attention, like the stone just kind of like chips and it breaks a little bit, and you see this person, human man, start like navigating the stairs, and he says, "You should not be here. Leave and never return." And they pull a dagger, and I need you guys to roll initiative.
Leave, never return. Proceeds to stab you so you're there forever.
I mean,
let's do it.
Hold on. Actually, don't roll initiative yet. Don't do it yet because I have your tokens. I have your tokens on this page because it's a small theater of the mind thing, so we don't need to worry about a map.
Ah, sweet.
So go ahead and just select your dude, and I'll get the thingy up. I'll let you take that 16, Delia.
Cool, thanks.
Let's roll initiative. You rolled poopy. Okay. Alright, so, Illyria, you hear that as you kind of like, I guess, are you jogging after Valora as you watch her just kind of like bolt away?
Yeah, I was gonna like run after her.
Okay. So, you hear him say that, alright, so you do that, let's rock. So Tadias, he pulls a dagger on you and he looks like he's starting to walk toward you. What do you do?
I'm gonna grab the statue off the ground, like from both sides, like a keg. I'm gonna take it over my head and I'm gonna smash him in the head with it.
Heck yeah. Roll.
I'm gonna try to knock him unconscious.
Alright.
So, it's an improvised yada yada.
That's a hit for sure. Alright, so it just conks on his head. But
I'll swing it around and hit him again with it.
Oh, I thought you were throwing it. Got it.
Oh no, I'm not throwing it. It says thrown improvised because all of them are thrown improvised for me. I can throw them if I want to.
I see. Okay, so that hits too.
Alright.
Another 8 bludgeoning damage. He kind of like
hit him twice.
wavers a bit.
His face is looking very open for it, so I'm gonna take the base and just kind of like pop him one more time.
Yeah.
Yata.
That's a hit.
And I have one of these.
Okay, that's 14. Alright. His nose is just gushing blood. But you look down and it looks like around the hand that was holding the dagger, you see like sort of concussive air and small dark tendrils starting to like sort of like electrical sparks kind of like appear around his hand. It's Zachriel.
Zachriel moved at all?
Zachriel is stunned.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna say quickly, Zachary. Oh god.
Delia?
I think I'm gonna cast Shatter on him.
Okay, so he's really close to you.
Oh, is he?
Like this is a really small area. Like this is like a 8 foot square area. You're all really.
Are we gonna have Hum join?
Hum is stunned, or Hum's stunned. So there's no real reason to roll initiative for her because she's stunned for the next 4 minutes.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So you're in an enclosed space right now.
Well, is he within like melee range of me right now?
For all intents and purposes, yes.
Okay. I'm still gonna cast Shatter.
Okay.
Because I can carve everyone out.
Sure can. All right. So a loud ringing. And he needs to make a con save. Oh, okay. No, he doesn't, because there's no way in hell. All right. So you see like these dark tendrils appearing, and he looks like he's about to like reach out for Zachariel, but then you cast that spell, and his hands go up to his ears, and then he just kind of like wiggles, and he falls to the ground, dead.
Well,
We might have known something. I kind of drop the idol down on the ground and start looking him over, seeing if I find a symbol of what group he's with.
Okay.
sorry.
It happens. You need to defend yourself. It's all right.
So looking over his person, you find he's wearing a dark cloak, and on his person, you find a you actually don't find any symbol on him. You find something that you find like what was once a tattoo on his bicep, but it's been sort of scratched out beyond recognition. Like you see like where ink would have been on skin or in skin, but it looks like it's been it's been scarified over. Yeah.
He doesn't wear any of the marks. He was casting something, wasn't he?
Can I see what his dagger is?
Yeah, you pick up his dagger. It's a mundane piece of equipment. It seemed like whatever that energy was, it came from him.
That spell was very loud. We can go further in, but with Zachariel and him like this, I think we should find a spot and move them for a while.
After another 30 seconds, Hum sort of... Ugh, what was that?
Oh, it's not permanent. That makes me much better.
Illyria, you do a few... during this, Illyria, you do find Valora, and she's sort of cowering underneath a tree. Like a tree that kind of... You know those kind of trees that have the open inside? Like a cedar, I think. You find her sort of cowering in there. Her tail is floofed like crazy, which would be quite a sight to see on a big cat. As I'm thinking about it,
I just try and calm her down and say, "Let's get back to the other guys."
Okay. So, you spend some time doing that. Back to within the shrub. Hum kind of like just rubs the back of her neck, and sorry, what was Tadai's about to say before I interrupted him?
Oh, now that I just start like looking over Zachariel and trying to like poke him in the forehead, see if he's gonna wake up at all.
How long do you wait?
At least a minute for sure.
About a minute passes, and he doesn't seem to come to. He's staring blankly at you.
No, this isn't good.
What are your intents with this? Are you like gonna start dragging him somewhere?
Well, I can just carry him like fireman style, but I'm trying to put him in a spot where he's not going to be conspicuous because if I remember correctly, shatter makes a big old noise.
Gotcha. So as you're sort of like as you take him out from the bush, and you start looking for a place that's inconspicuous, Zachariel, you come to.
Whoa! Put your hands on me. I'm not a bush.
Well, You obviously don't like stone either. I lay him down, back under his feet. You alright, friend?
That was weird. It's like I could see you and I was trying to speak to you, but you were just ignoring me.
I'm sure there was many witticisms. I gotta look over his eyes and I just make sure that there's nothing still happening. Alright, you look mostly fine.
Oh, by the way, roll a con save, Zachary.
Hell yeah.
And also, Illyria, you pass. Illyria, Valora kind of like shakes it off, and she looks up at you with her big cat eyes, and then just kind of like just tramps over to you, happy as can be.
You're such a silly kitty.
She, when cats ram their heads, but they're not really ramming, she kind of just like pushes your ankle or your calf with her head.
Just give her a good pat and scratch behind her ears.
She purrs a little bit.
So what was that?
I don't know, but I beat its faithful with its idol, so we should probably hurry.
Go ahead and make, now that like all the dust is settled, go ahead and make a religion check.
Sure.
Just for fun. Never mind. You don't know what that was. I need to find a thing.
But we should go back to the bush. The idol is face down, covered in blood right now. We probably lost any surprise, but we still need to get in there. Has Larry rejoined us?
Has Lyria rejoined them?
Yes.
Alright. Illyria comes through the bush and joins you guys.
And that's everybody.
So what's the plan, guys?
Same as before, with hopefully less, whatever that was. Would you like me to go first?
Oh, I'm fine.
Then
You said you smashed up the idol thing anyway, so...
I didn't really smash it. I smashed someone's face with it. It's a little bit more resilient.
Alright, I walk in.
You walk in and you don't seem to be affected in any way. You look around and you see the same sight I described before with the small, narrow staircase going down. The view of what's at the bottom of it, it's like 10 feet down. It's blocked. It's blocked up, sort of blocked up by foliage.
This is where he came from?
He didn't come from the actual door. I think he came from, like, the woods around, right?
No. He came from that direction, those stairs. So you saw him, like, navigating up the stairs because of all the plant growth around.
Yes, he came from there.
Yeah. A time like the present.
Sure.
So you enter, or you go down those stairs, and you try the door, and you find that it opens rather easily, and it protests a little bit, and you sort of notice that the hinges are very rusted. It kind of makes a crackling noise, not a crackling noise, kind of like a grinding noise when you open it, as opposed to a squeak. And you're met with stairs leading down.
You said our element of surprise was gone, yes?
I kind of look over to Delia. I'm like, relatively.
Delia blushes and looks ashamed.
Right, well,
But
just
now
the way we
have
like it. We go in loud and proud.
But now we have the element of intimidation. As
Yes.
I kind of run over and grab the cultist and sling him over my shoulder.
All right. Okay, so you guys start making your way down these stairs. And you go down maybe about 50 feet or so, down a couple of flights of stairs. And you make your way down. Let me change the page. And, well, before I do that, let me double check that dynamic lighting's on. Sure is. Alright. Alright, and then I will ping.
Ah, I see it.
And then, before you guys move your dudes... Oh, wait a minute.
Missing someone.
We are. Hang on.
Oh, we're missing Delia.
Ooh, that was a close one. Alright. Ping again. Wait. DM ping. Okay. Alright. So does somebody want to control hum for me?
I can.
Her. Cool. Alright. So, getting down here, as you approach, or as you make your way down here, and you get to the bottom of these stairs, and there's this hallway, it feels cold down here. Colder than you'd expect, even though you're sort of underground. Like, it's chilly.
It's
Alright,
awfully
I'm gonna
cold
peek
down
around the
here.
corner and see what I can spot.
Alright. Peeking around the corner, you can make out... That's weird. Give me a second.
What is this?
Okay. You see laying on the ground are a pair of skeletons. Bones and such.
This isn't going to be fun.
So, ahead of you... I forget to... Hold on. I forgot to put these in the GM layer. They're just letters for signifying rooms. Okay. As you turn the corner and look down the this corridor and hall, or this chamber and hallway, you can see a green flame at the top of what looks like a coffin casting light.
Do I analyze anything important about these ruins using my little feature thing?
Yes. You know that these ruins aren't actually that old. In relative terms, you know that this looks like it was constructed maybe 50 years ago by human hands.
Humans 50 years ago. Gotcha.
And you can also roll a history check.
Sure. Maybe I'll give it something. No, won't.
So you based on what you're seeing, clearly it's a crypt of some kind. Constructed before, or constructed well after the Great Calamity, and during the early days of Force Stride.
Very dead here. Why are the skeletons lying around?
Would you prefer them to be up?
I'm worried they might be. Can I look over the skeletons and see if I see any details that can tell me how old they are?
Absolutely.
How they died?
Can't move on.
I don't think Delia has access to hum. I think
Yeah, she doesn't. One of you guys does.
I think I do. I can just, wow.
Let me just do a quick thing here. Okay.
Alright.
So as you approach the bones, looking them over, go ahead and roll. You're looking at them, and there's something about them that doesn't seem natural. You can roll either nature or arcana.
Ooh, I think we want Arcana. I cannot roll above an 8.
So something seems off about these to you. And Zachariel, as soon as you step there, Tadias suddenly understands why they don't seem natural, as they sort of you see where the joints would be sort of snap together, and they start to rise. Go ahead and roll initiative. Yeah. I'll just move those guys to the side. 2, 6. Wow, low initiative today. Oh, never mind. Okay. Let me grab some musics, and then we'll get. Oh boy, my computer is just starting to chug. Okay. Oh, we gotta turn that down a bit. A bit more. Alright. So that skeleton, it doesn't seem to be carrying any weapons, and it advances on Zachariel. And it's going to take a swipe at him. 26 to hit.
Oh, that is.
And 8 slashing and 2 necrotic, as it's sort of filed away bones just slash into you. And then it's going to do it again. And misses critically.
That is a miss.
Alright. Do you want to take a reaction before your turn?
Yeah, you know what? I'll riposte that.
Okay. That's a hit. For 8 bludgeoning, and you find that as you smash into the bones with the flat end of Suni, it just really does damage as you hear cracking. That's 15, and you like shatter its rib cage entirely, and it looks like it's barely standing. And now it's your turn.
I'm paddle it on top of the skull, like kind of like pancake style with the shovel.
Yeah. That is miss.
All right, I'm gonna use my bonus or whatever to knock it prone.
All right. You knock it prone. Prone. That one. Yeah. You just smash it into dust. And that is your turn. All right.
I'll move over here and interpose myself between him and the other two.
Got it. Tadias, it's your turn. As this thing rises up before you.
It feels appropriate to beat it to death with the parts of the crypt, so I'm going to grab like one of these bricks off the ground and just kind of mash it into its head.
Heck yeah.
Let's just keep it going. Yeah.
That is a miss.
Ooh, all right.
As you find it's a little harder to hit than you might have thought. That's a hit.
Ow.
So you crack like a part of its spine, and a rib bone goes flying, and that's it. And it's going to.
And because I struck it with an improvised weapon attack as a bonus action, I'm going to try to grapple it.
Go for it.
I usually don't get to do this because I hit twice.
Grapple it.
So I just gotta hold it in place to make sure it doesn't go anywhere.
13 versus 4. All right, and it doesn't really care to go anywhere as you're sort of, you got to grasp on like its collarbone as it raises up its arm and tries to slash into you. 15?
15 will miss.
26.
26 will hit.
9 slashing and 3 necrotic, and that's its turn. As it just kind of like silently gapes at you.
For me?
You are correct.
Alright, just make sure.
Doesn't overcome resistances. Illyria, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna step up a bit and then go after the one that's in front of Tadias there.
Okay. That is a critical hit.
All these green numbers.
Did you put rosin on, or is that left over?
Oh, no, that was left over. I forgot to take it off.
Gotcha. So, this is actually gonna be 13 plus. Alright, so, you clip away you clip away, its arm, that didn't hit Tadias, and just pin it to the wall. So that number is actually, can't math, 22, 21. Oh, wait. Oh. You don't hit its arm. You pop the head off entirely. An arrow comes flying past you, Tadias, and just, like, goes into its head and, like, and it slams it into the wall, turning into dust.
Well then.
Anything else, Illyria?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my second shot over by that one there.
Okie doke. That's a hit. For that 16 piercing. You clip its wing, basically. And it's going to be its turn. Anything else?
That's everything.
Okay. It's going to go. It's going to make its way up here. And it's going to hurl a bone at Illyria. And I believe 22 is a hit.
Yeah, it does.
For 17 bludgeoning. As it, like, reaches down, grabs its tibia, and just throws it at you. But it loses 5 HP for that, as it's sort of hopping on one foot. This one is going to approach Zachriel, and is going to slash at him. 15 misses.
Miss.
26 hits.
Hit.
5 slashing, 2 necrotic. Alright. That's its turn. Delia.
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is roll initiative for Hum, because I forgot to do.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. So, then she would probably go before you. Let me reorder this. And then, oh, yeah, you caught it just in time. Okay.
Okay, so her Mojo crossbow is the one she got from Mondoc, right?
It is.
Okay, I think she's gonna shoot it at this one.
Alright. That's a hit. For 6 piercing. Alright. That's all for her attack action. She gonna do anything else?
I think that's it.
Alright, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot a ray of frost at the same one.
Alrighty. That's a certain hit for 7 cold damage. Okay. That one's dead. Anything else, Delia?
Nope, that's it.
Zachriel.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to knock this skeleton prone.
Alrighty. Which one?
The one right in front of me here.
Alright. Yeah. You knock him prone. That is a miss. That's a hit. 14 missed, 25 hit for much more than 7, as you crack a few more bones on this one.
Alright, that's it for me.
All right, Tadias.
I like the bone throw move, so I'm going to grab this one's leg and just kind of pull it out of his hip and run over and whack the other guy with it.
All right.
15, 20, so I'm just going to try to catch the bottom of his jaw and just rip it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing. Oh, is this still considered the D4 or is it something else?
What do you mean?
When the improvised weapons kind of represent other weapons, like a club or something, I can usually get more damage, but it all depends on what you want to do.
Oh, yeah, sure. If you grab the femur, big bone, sure. You can have
So
it.
then, I'll change that later, but anyway. Yeah, 8 damage.
Okay.
Bludgeoning his face.
Okay, yeah, you take his jaw off, and the head kind of like falls to the floor, and it stops moving.
Then I'll just kind of help Zachariel and just kind of bash this one on the ground as well.
All right. That's a miss.
Wait,
you have
advantage.
advantage. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a hit.
Yeah.
All right. You move your hips and you bend your knees as you go in for a nice slam, and you shatter it. You shatter the bones together.
Gotta throw the femur distastefully on the ground. Well, now we know what we're dealing with.
Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
You know, this miasma seems slightly necrotic from the beginning, from what Dealey was mentioning. We might do more of these in the crypt.
Well, no time to wait.
Agreed. Gotta turn and start walking towards this direction, considering that everything has been triggered most. Or so, I hope.
Okay.
So what's this next room look like?
All right. So,
In the doorway.
yeah. Roll initiative again.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
Big boomy noise.
big surprise round coming. Or not a surprise round, but surprised. You're surprised. I'm gonna need to take these guys off.
Hello, Monks version 2.
Oh, we'll see. Did I delete somebody else's? I'm sorry if I did. I deleted Zachariel's, my bad. Alright, yeah, let me roll some initiatives. Hello? Thank you. Oh no, I clicked the button, but it didn't do a thing. Then, second, yeah. I'll kick on the music again once I get this taken care of. Alright. And then sort this whole thing. Alright, so Tadias, you are surprised. Let me kick on the music. As soon as I copy the music. Wish there's a better way to do this. Oh well. Alright, so this one steps over here. Steps over here to get a better line of sight, and is going to sort of reach his hand out to you, Tadias, and I need you to make a whiz save.
Whiz.
Alright. Type of thing. Okay. Okay. You are paralyzed.
Ah, fun.
And that's it. Illyria, you're surprised, so you can do you can take your turn. Surprise condition. Yeah, you can take your turn.
Because I can't really see anybody yet, so
So act as you would act. You
just come up a bit. Yeah, I'll just stay here.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, but have Valora come with me.
Of course. Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
All right. This one also moves over to here and looks at Tadias scornfully, and he just plows right in, and he's going to cast. You see that same energy that you saw before on the other guy start to form up, and yeah, misses you.
He should have advantage.
Oh yes, yeah.
This is
So he kind of misjudges a little bit, and he like moves his hand right past your body, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he oh wait, hold on, was that okay? And then he takes 5-foot step back. Oh damn it!
it's safe to do so.
Yeah, and that's his turn. Delia.
Am I surprised too?
You're surprised. You're under the surprise condition, but now that it's your turn, you're no longer in the surprise condition. That's how it works in 5e. So you can take your turn as normal.
Okay. I guess since there's no pretense for remaining quiet, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fireball.
All right, let me get the template real quick.
This is all stone in here, right?
Sure is.
Okay.
Let me just find the template though, because I'm not gonna try to measure it out. 20 feet, right?
Yep.
All right. Where's this thing going?
Let's see. Probably there.
All right, and you carve out Tadias.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna actually put that on the GM layer. Okay. So deck saves. Go ahead and key the spell. Damn. That was a sad fireball. Half of 17
I'll bring it back.
is 8. Right. Okay. They all pass with flying colors. Alright. That's... Anything else?
I'll tap my staff on the ground and use Blade Ward.
Okay.
Okay. Hum is going... I think she would use the Wand of Magic Missiles on this guy, but I have no idea how to do that.
I think she has it in her macros. But, you can just... So, she's just using one charge. Oh wait, she only has it for one dart. So how many charges? We'll say that she has all 7 right now.
Yeah, that's what's on her sheet.
Okay, good.
Let's do 3.
3. Okay, so you did max damage on 3 charges. That's level 3, which is 2 more darts. That's 5 darts. Okay. So 25. Okay, so she kills him.
Yeah, she's really mad at him attacking Tadias.
Alright. Yes. Okay.
And then she'll use her bonus action to give inspiration to Tadias.
Cool. Alrighty. Oh, I need to make a concentration check for the other guy, because he took damage. Tadias is no longer hold personed.
Well then.
And this next guy is gonna come out over here and looks at Delia and holds out his hand, and I need Delia to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
What do you... Oh, okay. Alright.
Oh, well, that was me. Not
Yeah. No worries. So you are paralyzed.
Which one did this?
This guy. You saw him point his finger. I'll mark him with a meh. Alright.
Oh, I know.
Gotcha. Okay. This one is going to just run up to Tadias, full bore, and he's going to attempt to inflict. He bashes his hand against your shoulder, and you feel this necrotic energy flow into you. You do resist it, of course.
Take 5 points of damage.
Rolled a 20 to hit. Let me track that. Okay. Zachriel, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm going to run down the stairs here. And as I'm running down, I'm gonna, from the last step, I'm just gonna jump and try to push this guy with my shield.
The purple
Away
one
from
or
my-
this one? Got it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, you got something to beat. You can do it. Yeah! He gives up a mighty fight. Oh wait, that's not the wrong one. He gives up a mighty fight, but you knock him prone.
Hell yeah.
That's a hit. For 10 bludgeoning. That's a critical.
Oh my god.
And describe ending him.
Oh, I should fix that macro too. Well, I've already surmised at this point, obviously cultist, so I just, while looking at the purple guy, I slam Suni down on his throat and kind of like, doesn't cut all the way through his throat, but his head kind of like hanging off.
Yeah. Anything else?
Also, he tried to give Tadias the bad touch, so he deserved it.
Absolutely.
The bad
That's
touch.
it for me.
The bad touch. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright. Oh, he would have had advantage. Oh well. He hit, whatever. Tadias, it's your turn. You're no longer surprised.
Or paralyzed.
Or paralyzed.
I did not appreciate the bad touch, so you're gonna see me pull off this sword that has a bunch of shark teeth sticking out of it.
Alright.
Begin walking over, kind of like very menacingly get behind this guy, just raise it above his head.
So
and
before I get-
snatch it down on him.
Just before you get too hard, they're wearing armor. Just so you know.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll. That's a hit.
Well, that's the two-handed. Whoops, wrong button. Let me roll this one so I get the right damage. I might have to... There it is. So, 8 damage.
Alrighty.
And then whack him again with it.
Hit. 19 hits for 11
So not less damage.
slashing. Okay, he looks pretty fucked up.
Well, as a bonus action, he's gonna get more fucked up.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
gonna
hit.
improvise.
Nope, that's a hit.
Well, I called improvise.
Okay.
So I get to roll it again, see if I can crit. It didn't crit, but either way. Another 13 damage.
Alright. You slice him up really good, and he looks like he's about to keel over, but he looks like he has one more trick up his sleeve. Anything else?
I actually forgot something. Does that kill him?
Yes, it does. Feel free to describe.
Yeah, I wasn't happy, so I just kind of like push in the sword and it kind of cuts him on the way in. And when I pull it back, you just see like the entire throat ripped out.
And some of the teeth kind of get chipped off.
And if I did that, that means I have 2 more spaces of movement, so I'm going to start walking towards the other one menacingly, blood dripping from the teeth. That'll be my turn.
Also, to Dias, something I fucked up on. Now that you're that high, you see those fine... Oh wait, no you don't. You're too far. Never mind.
I'm assuming they're over here, but yeah, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. But you do actually take a couple of attacks. So, out of the darkness, a couple of... oh, I forgot to give them the macro for that. Dang it. Well, just pretend these are crossbow bolts, but very small. That misses. That misses. So a couple of crossbow bolts come out from the darkness. Oh, but they have advantage. 18 hit.
I will use shield.
Okay. And then here's the other advantage roll. Okay. So a couple of bolts come out from the darkness, and one of them just misses you entirely, and the other just hits your arcane ward. Okay. You walk toward the other one menacingly, and he walks toward you menacingly right back, and he gets into a weird casty stance, and he is going to give you the bad touch. Ooh.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah, okay. And that's max rolls too, but I really don't... Oh god, that's gonna take forever.
Spells, yeah, get kind of crazy when you do that.
Okay.
But that's 29, 39, 40, so 20 damage.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not doing that math right now. That made my brain hurt. So... Oh yeah, did you add it up already?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, and then you... Okay. And he just kind
It
of...
ends up being 40, but it's half, so it's 20 for me.
Gotcha. So he just sort of sneers at you. Illyria, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to get Valora to pounce on him.
Alright. Valora expertly uses the other corpses as leverage. And unfortunately whiffs. I took your crit from you, I'm sorry. But you still have your other attack if you want to take an attack, Illyria.
Okay, can I do a spell now?
I mean, yeah. You still have your bonus
Yeah,
action.
I'm gonna do ensnaring strike on him,
Alright.
and then I'm gonna try and hit him.
Okay. Don't forget to roll that d4. That's a hit. The d4 is for the spell save DC. So, roll the damage first. Give me the damage. Okay, 11 piercing. He's not dead. Vines start to sprout, and these thorny vines start to ensnare him. Can you key the spell? And he needs to make a strength save, right? Strength save. What's your spell save DC? Oh. Well, I don't think it matters. The vines start to appear and around him, and he just kind of like flexes hard and snaps them all, and they wither away. That one's dead. Delia, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna send magic missiles at this guy.
At who? This guy? Okay. That ends him. And he crumples to the ground. What would Hum like to do?
She's gonna go up to Tadias and cast Cure Wounds on him.
All right. $15 healing.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Anything else Hum's gonna do?
Just say you're welcome.
Okay. Boltist over here. From out of the darkness, another bolt screams toward, actually, the closest person is Valora, so this is going to be advantage, against Valora. Because she can't see him. I don't think 14 hits her.
Nope.
Alright, and then another one. 21?
That hits.
Small bolt hits Valora's armor. It doesn't pierce, but it kind of shocks her a little bit, and she cries out in slight pain. That's it for that guy. And that guy's dead. And I took that guy's turn by accident, but that's okay. Zachriel.
Alright, did I see that projectile?
You sure did. You heard the twang. Alright, you see these two chuckle fucks standing on top of that dais.
Alright, well, I'm super smart, so I'll just dash.
Alright. Okie doke. Tadias, it's your turn. You see Zachriel dash into the dark, his head aglow.
Well, I'm super smart too, so I'll bonus action dash.
He might be a little smarter.
20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah. 40, 45, 50, 55. Let's have some fun. I'm just gonna kind of drop the shark sword and pull out Rezier and start stabbing.
Alright. Shank him.
Shank him indeed.
That's a hit.
Pulling it down. There we go. Yeah.
Alright.
Kind of keep it slicing up, just bunches, just cutlery happening.
That's another hit. 10.
Then I'll exploit some open weaknesses.
He takes a knee for a second. And you hit him. For 11. And does not kill him, unfortunately, but he's very fucked up. Illyria, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up, see what's going on here.
I think for you it's still... You can hear noises going in that direction, and you do see the slight glow of Zachriel's fire hair.
I think that's as far as I can get. Yeah. And I believe I can shoot at that one?
This one? Wait.
Yeah.
Corner.
In front of Tadias.
Your best corner. Yeah. Yeah, you can. That's a hit. Alright, Zachriel, as you... Not Zachriel. Tadias, as you stab into this guy's guts, an arrow whizzes past your ear and just slams into its... Chunk! Slams into its head.
This is like the second time it's happened, so I just kind of moved my head out of the way expecting it and start looking at the other guy immediately.
And I think for the other one, you're not in line of sight.
Yeah, I can't see it, so...
Alright, that... Anything else?
That's it. I'm just gonna have Valora come towards me.
Alrighty. Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna move over this way. And... I will send some magic missiles at this one.
Alrighty. Damage. Alrighty. Growls in pain. Hum.
Hum is going to Did I go a space too far?
No, I think you're good. Snap to center. Yeah, you're good.
Shoot a crossbow bolt at this guy.
All right. Chunk. And it slams into his shoulder. Roll damage. 8 piercing. All right. That's his turn. Now it's his turn. And he feels the pain, looks across at Humandelia, surveys the battle, then looks down at Zachriel, and he outstretches his hand suddenly, and he's going to attempt to give you the bad touch. The bad touch. He's going to try to cast it at a high level, too. But I don't think 13 hits. He also doesn't have advantage.
So, I'm a repose. When he reaches out with the bad touch, I'm then just going to take the shovel and crack him as hard as I can on the forearm.
All right. That's a hit. 14. Okay, well, that kills. So, what does this look like?
I guess his worm just snaps back as he screams out in pain, passing out.
Yeah, he passes out, and like his arm kind of like bleeds through the skin in a nasty way. And you finished combat. Zachriel finishes combat before his turn even starts. Yes.
The cultist had a very effeminate scream. It was about right.
I was trying to do the scream from the first Spider-Man movie.
Oh, perfect.
It was when he like falls to the ground, he hits his head, he's like, ah! It's so funny. Alright.
Is it the Wilhelm scream or is it the other one?
No, it comes straight from Tobey Maguire's lungs. It's hilarious.
Oh, gotcha. I'll have to look it up later.
Yeah, you will. I'll bring it up later.
I'm gonna quickly look them over and see if these guys have any markings.
Alright. Looking these guys over, you are sad to find that they also don't have any sort of iconography on them.
With the context of like the, necrotic damage, the skeletons, and the statue before, can I try another religion check?
Sure.
I think I'm going to use my inspiration this time. Plus, I think it's a D8 now, or is it D6 for her?
It's a D8.
D8.
18. Alright. So, you do, thinking back to the statue, you know that, you sort of realize, like, oh yeah, it is a icon, it's a statue icon that's supposed to, depict Helm, god of protection. And it was defaced. You know that, you know that Helm is a god that, whose portfolio is all about, divine protection, and, going out of your way to, preserve others. But you remember, like, this thing was defaced when you got to it. Like, it was, very damaged. So it, in your mind, you're like, well, these guys probably don't have anything to do with Helm.
Yeah, they just are defacing some sort of crypt that either had his statue or was related to him.
Yeah, and you do put together that undead does have something to do with this, obviously, but it's hard to discern whether it's about undead or not. You sort of get a sense that maybe they're just a tool.
Gotcha.
Like those skeletons might have had, there wasn't any reverence to them, they were just tools.
These aren't any of the cultists we've seen before. They don't have the symbols. What could be going on?
I think it's a good time to take 5. We'll take 5.
Water.
Ah, cool. Water.
Water. I'm gonna use the bathroom. That's where we are. Okay. I will take us back now. I'll take the things down. Okay. Alright. So, these cultists lay dead before you. No iconography on them. What do you do?
Well, we're going to need to find which way they went from. I suggest we start this way. I start walking this way.
Okay.
Damn stupid ass flaws.
Damn what? What did you say?
Can I make a perception check as I'm moving to try to listen for more of their little...
You sure can.
Oh, I always have to go left.
Oh, I heard. Okay. Gotcha. Go ahead and make your perception.
One second.
Sure thing. I take it Roll20 is chugging along like a chugger.
Am I sounding better now?
You sounded fine before.
Connection was funky. No, I always have to go left. That's my flaw.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard you correct yourself.
Going this way.
All right. You said you wanted to roll perception?
Perception check. Yeah, exactly, because I'm trying to hear any of these wheezy, asthmatic cultists.
Go for it. All right. Coming from that direction, you hear a slight thrum. That sounds like it's vocal.
This way.
I'm just going to check here so we don't get followed. I just want to do a perception check just to see if I hear any
Sure thing.
foot traffic up around this area.
Sure thing.
Is it any better now?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't hear anything. You sound phenomenal.
Okay, I've fixed it.
Hooray!
Done it.
All right, Zachary, you don't hear anything in that direction.
All right, I'm gonna jog down towards the rest of them.
Alrighty.
Tadias, I don't hear anything coming from the other end, but there appears to be almost like a cave entrance. It's not work stone.
But I'll tell you right now, the threat is this way. We deal with them first. Delia, will you know what one of these anchor points looks like?
Like what?
Magic spells can be cast on any number of items.
They'll
As an
likely be
anchor
guarding
point.
it though, right?
More than likely.
We need to take the next one alive. We need to know what's doing it.
Sounds like a deal to me.
All right.
I'm always up.
What did you say? Somebody said I'm always something. Whoa.
I'm always up for a good interrogation.
Oh, the echo's back.
Is it really?
Yeah. Okay. You might just have to do push to talk for now.
I'm on push to talk. That's the crazy thing.
Gotcha.
I'm having a problem with the latency, actually.
Oh dear. Okay. I mean, you can change the server location if you want. Because that helped last time. Maybe wherever it's connected is being stupid. So, you guys are proceeding down?
Yeah, I'm trying to listen out for specifically.
Okay. I'll let you know if there's any changes.
Is this a door? What is this?
It is a little alcove, and there's a little slot where there might be... Not a slot. It's just like a little platform where somebody might put a statue.
Does it look roughly the same size as the one I was beating the other guy with?
There's no statue there. It's just like a platform in a little alcove. So it's just a small, like, square. It looks like it would fit something of that size, yes.
Gotcha. They created this thing 50 years ago and it was human based. Do I have any thinking that there might be traps or, like, secret passages?
I mean, no. You kind of get the or from what you know about architecture, for most crypts and such, this seems like it was. Actually, go ahead and roll history.
Hey.
That was an 11. So you get the sense that this place was designed just for, or was built to be the tomb of pious individuals. And based on what you're seeing, you don't really feel like there would be any secret passages of note. And nothing that they designed, the original builders.
Well, I keep walking forward, listening for the little dudes that I'm going to stab.
All right. Up until, like, this corner, there's no real changes.
All right.
Before you is a whole bunch of rubble.
Rubble.
And you still hear the thrumming. It's a little louder, though.
You all hear it as well?
I hear something.
Everyone can kind of hear the thrumming.
All right. Well, keep the most important looking one alive. We need to know where this anchor is. Do we move fast or do we move slow?
I think they probably already know we're here.
I don't know how. We were being really slow, quiet.
Oh, right. Delia cast Shatter at the entrance.
Yeah,
Good
that's
fireball.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was in character. Got it.
I'm
Okay.
going to take a dodge action and begin moving forward.
Okay, you can't take the dodge action outside of rolling initiative. But I know what you're talking. I know what you mean.
Okay.
You will not ever. You won't be surprised. Is what will happen. Okay, so approaching this way. Make a perception check.
All of us?
Tadias and Zachriel. All right. You hear. So you hear the thrumming coming from this direction, but you also hear very light. You hear a very light cry that sounds like it's coming from an infant. From that direction. That was a high roll.
I kind of lean over to Zachary and I say, the missing boy, he might be over to the left.
I hear that.
Let's go.
And the rest of you see them advancing forward. Just to describe what you're seeing here, because I can't really illustrate it any better. This dynamic lighting here is like the top of a platform. So these stairs here go up about 10 feet at like a sharp 45-degree angle, and this here is like the top of that platform. So it's not a wall, and once you get to like this square, you'll see that way.
Okay.
And the sound is getting a little louder.
I'm gonna, from here, I'm kind of looking up to see, just like staring at the top of the stairs to make sure if I see anyone.
You don't see anyone at the top of those stairs.
I'll motion over to Dice that it's clear.
Follow, kind of like in his footsteps.
The soft like babble and like slight cry gets a little louder, and as you start to advance up these stairs, you hear hushed voices. So, Zakril, you peer around the corner, and you see this fine gentleman here, and he's looking down, or he's looking south direction. But it doesn't seem he's noticed you quite yet.
All right, I'm gonna like pull back from the corner a little bit, and just hold one finger up to Dice and. There's one of them looking to the south.
I can probably grab him really quickly and pull him back.
I'm not sure if there's any more in the room, but
you hear,
we'll find out.
and you hear, you also hear like, sort of like stage whisper hush. Like, they're not being quiet to be quiet for the room, but they seem to be quiet so that someone maybe farther away can't hear them. And you hear this person kind of just says, well, what are we supposed to do with it? We got it, now what? And then you hear another voice say, we wait. And then just like a kind of a grunt from the other one.
I kind of hold up 3 fingers to Zakril.
What does that mean?
Right?
There's 3 of them.
Ah.
Remember, keep on alive. Let's do this.
All right.
So what's this look like when you start approaching?
Oh, I'm gonna jump out and chuck a javelin at this guy.
All right.
Attempt to trip him.
All right. Let's roll initiative real quick, and then I'll let you do that like as the first action, and then we'll roll into initiative. I rolled super low, but so did you. Okay. All right. Zakril, go ahead and do what you're gonna do. All right, so you toss the javelin. It goes wide and just clangs into the wall. They turn to you suddenly, and you see in this one's hands.
Just a question.
Before
if they were surprised, would I have advantage on that?
Yes. That hits. Okay.
And he has to make a save.
Sure thingy. What kind of save?
I believe it's strength. Hang on. Yeah, strength DC 15. He's prone.
He's prone. All right, so you knock this guy in the chest, and he's prone. And you notice as you get up there, and after the javelin leaves your hand, this one here has what looks like a small child in its arms. And he looks to the side where his friend just like fell over, and he lifts up the child, and you hear a wail, and he holds a knife to the baby, or the toddler, it's a 2-year-old, and he says, "That, another step. You came to the wrong place."
Didn't know that abducting children was your style.
He just chuckles at that. And this one gets up, pulls the javelin out, and he actually looks kind of worried. He looks over at the other one. I'm gonna designate him with colors. The one that I designated with orange. Orange looks over to purple, and he just like turns and says, and he just kind of, and then he grabs his shoulder where you hit him, Zakril. So the one that I designated with purple says, "Go on, step away."
Release the child, and we will leave you to your faith.
No, I was ordered to get this little ember here. It's a fire genasi. You can plainly
Why
see.
would you want a little ember when you could have the full flame?
He says, "Orders are orders, my man."
Well, it's a real shame that everyone else in here is dead.
Then you see him pale a little bit.
Peeks out from behind Zachary. It's probably a good idea that you let that child go.
Okay. You're trying to intimidate him?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, give me that roll. So, he blanches further. And the orange, the one I marked with orange, says, "Look, you better do. You should probably." And then the other one says, "Shut up." And then they kind of look around them.
Just gonna let you know the first javelin was a warning shot.
And he just kind of stands there, like he's looking. He looks super afraid. He has the knife hilt up to the child, but he looks terrified and he's not moving. What do you do?
You know, if you put down the knife and release the child, we'll back away and you can go on about your life and forget about this entire incident.
How true is that?
I'm a man of my word.
No, that was me asking.
That was me being 100% truthful.
Okay. All right.
Because if he spares a child, I have an inkling that he's not evil.
Gotcha. So here's what happens. Let me double check something. So a few seconds pass, a beat or two, and suddenly you see a weird sort of light pass through his eyes. Like, it's not really bright, like it's a flash, and his back straightens up. And ugh, no, you leave now. And he holds the knife closer, and he kind of digs it into the neck a little bit and draws blood, and the kid, ah!
If you kill that child, I will make sure that your death is slow and painful.
He says, "Give it your best shot." And the child is struggling. Well?
Can I shoot him, Zachariel?
I mean,
Now, if you wanted to, you could do a called shot to see if he could drop the kid. We have a system for that.
I mean, it's already disadvantaged, so it's not like you're losing out on anything.
Well, it's also, there's also a penalty to the roll, or a plus to his AC, one of those. It's going to be a +2 to his AC for that, and then you have to make a con save. And the con save is either 10 or half the damage taken. What would you like to do? Are you... Oh, okay.
I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
I think I'm going to shoot him.
Okay. Are you going to use that cool feature on your Mojo crossbow?
The Mojo shot?
I don't know, maybe. Pretty important hit.
I think I am.
Okay. So this is like super quick. So you kind of like you're sort of behind Zachriel's legs, and you move. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to make you make a sleight of hand check before you can take the shot without him doing anything. Okay, let me check something here. Okay, you rolled just above his passive perception. So, go ahead and take the shot. Okay, so are you adding a spell slot to that?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll those dice because you're going to need them.
I'm trying to remember. This is
It's in the item handout.
2d4 bonus. Yeah, I got it up.
All right. So 2D. Okay, you'll hit him no matter what. Yeah, his AC is 13. Oh, but the arm. Ooh. Okay, so you hit him. But it's not gonna be an arm shot. So roll the damage. Wait, what's the 2d4 for? It's definitely your charisma modifier, which is 4. Okay, are you gonna add anything to it?
I was thinking about adding my psychic blades to it, but it depends. I guess I don't get to make that choice.
I mean, you can once it hits. I mean, so what is that? Okay, so you hit, and we have initiative rolled. So that was kind of your turn. So we're in initiative. He kind of like he goes to and then he brings the knife back up. We're in initiative now. I think that was your turn. So let me get some music up and then we'll get this rolling. Okay, let me take care of the music and then we'll get it going. I want like a soundboard. I miss having a soundboard. Alright. Okay. So that was pretty much your turn. Let me minus this damage. Where did that 2d4 come from, by the way?
I added it when I wrote the macro.
Oh, okay. It doesn't go on the damage. It's not a... Yeah. But it does add your charisma modifier, so that would be 4. So that 8 plus 4, 12, plus another 6, 18. Okay. Illyria, it's your turn. You have kind of heard what's going on.
Sorry, I had to step out for like a couple minutes.
Oh. We're in initiative, and you heard, there's a child in danger.
Okay, I guess I'll run up the stairs.
And you see here this gentleman, like he looks like he's staggered back for like a second, but it looks like he's bringing a dagger to the throat of a child. What do you do?
Oh, shoot his ass.
All right. That's a miss, unfortunately. That's a hit. $13 damage. He's not dead. It slams into his shoulder, and he's still bringing the dagger up to the child, and it's to die. Anything else?
I guess that's it.
Tadias.
Bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And can one of my attacks be trying to grab the kid from his arms?
Yeah, we'll make this a contest.
Athletics or just strength?
Probably just strength. Alright, you tear the child away. Ah!
Alright, and because that's my only one usable hands with the shield, I'm just gonna try to like headbutt him in the face as I turn the body away.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be unarmed.
That's a hit. And I think... Yeah, so describe how you kill him with a headbutt.
So I just kind of like pull the kids from his arms, I kind of wrap him right by my shield, and as he kind of stares, not even knowing where this dude just ran out of, I kind of just bash my head into his forehead and knock him unconscious on the ground.
Alright. Oh,
That's
you want
the one we're gonna keep and talk to.
You got it.
That's the one we're gonna have fun with.
Alright. Wait, not that one. Okay. Anything else?
I still have 10 feet of movement, so I'm going to back up this way. And then I'm going to forego my second attack and just kind of cover him as much as I can with my body.
You got it. Where's the... There it is. Alright. Okay, this one. Looks around it. And he moves toward Tadias. And he's gonna attempt to give you the bad touch. Actually... He doesn't try to give you the bad touch. He actually, from there, he points at you, and I need you to make a, save of some sort. Hold on. Wisdom save. He says, he points at you and he gestures to the child and he says, "Release," and you are compelled to release the child.
Right, on my turn, I'll do that.
So he sort of like runs up and gets close to the kid, and he'd spend his action, so, and the kid's not an object, so he can't interact with him. So that's it. Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna get up here. And I can see this guy, right?
You can.
Okay. I'm going to magic missile him.
Alright. Alright. 15 damage. These darts into him. And he just kind of looks up at you and in shock. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, Zacriel.
Alright, I'm gonna run up and knock him down.
Alright. Yeah, I don't think there's a way. He's prone.
I'm gonna go at him with the shovel. I was considering letting this guy go since he was apprehensive, but then, going after the child.
That's a hit. That's a kill.
Oof. Goodbye, head.
Alright. That one's still unconscious.
Alright, I will then, kind of stand over the body so the child doesn't see this.
The kid, turns and then, is sort of, on the ground almost, and just kind of crawls to Tadias' leg and just kind of clamps over it. Just completely silent.
I will say in Primordial, the Sea of Fire is hot.
You look at the child and you see him just kind of rocking as he's clinging onto Tadias' calf.
I take a knee, kind of pat him on the back. Do me a favor and tie up that filth.
Would you like him tied up to the walls?
Just bind him. We have words. Well, at least you do. Child, what is your name?
He says, he looks up at you and then he just kind of continues to rock his shoulders back and forth and he doesn't say anything. He looks in shock, basically.
Goes and sits next to him. And says you're safe now.
He looks at Hum, and then he just kind of looks at her, keeps rocking his body, still clinging onto Tadias.
That's for the ropes. I tie him tight.
Got it. Yeah, it's simple enough.
I see if he resists me while I try to kind of pick him up and put him on my shoulder.
So you kind of like start to pry him off, and he does kind of resist a little bit. But when he kind of realizes that you're just putting him on your shoulder, he just clings to you, basically. His knees kind of in your pack.
He's not safe here. We know this. Do you want me to get them back, or do we?
It would be probably for the best.
I agree.
We probably need a rest anyway. Why don't you talk to that one? I'll get him back. The guard was looking for him.
And you know that you don't have to walk around the city if you just go to the guard tower on the south side and be like, I found the child. Yeah. So, okay, is that your plan? Are you gonna leave and then make your way out of the forest?
Yeah, if everyone's cool with it, I think I'm just gonna run him back to the town while you're talking to this fool and getting all the information we need.
That's fine with me. I'm sure his mother's worried sick.
Get him home.
I will.
Okay, so Tadias, you take the young Genasi child out. All right. So we'll do that scene after this one. So you see Tadias leave. This unconscious cultist motherfucker in front of you.
This one dies slowly.
Extra slowly.
I'm not in disagreement, but we should probably put something in his mouth so he doesn't alert everyone else here.
Does anybody have a dirty sock?
Give me a second. I'll sit down and I'll take off my greave and I will pull off a sock.
All right. You shove it in his mouth. And the smell rouses him a little bit.
How does that taste?
He doesn't make... Once he's sort of like conscious, he blinks awake, he looks around, and he doesn't acknowledge what Hum said.
Well, when he looks around, he sees his friend over here beheaded.
He blinks for He blinks for a few moments, and then Hum says,
You're not going to be that lucky.
And he blinks one more time, and you see like another sort of flash of this weird, sort of otherworldly light in his eyes. Like it's the kind of light that doesn't illuminate, but like, you know, if something has a little bit of light, you can see it from like, you know, far away and all that. And you just hear this wheeze come from him. Like he's pushing air out of his lungs. And then none goes back in. And he stares in your eyes as he does this, Hum. And after a few moments, you see the life start to leave his eyes.
You should heal him. He's getting away.
Hum touches him with cure wounds.
And air is sort of forced back into his body. And and he's trying to do it again. And then you hear him sort of like he breathes in one more time, and it seems like he just wants to like, even though he can't say anything, even though he can't like pronounce words, you hear him go, then he winds up to do it one more time. Do you do anything?
Delia will take the sock out of his mouth.
The chains will break! They will emerge! And then he sticks his tongue out through his teeth and he chomps down. And, like, the tongue onto the ground and he starts bleeding out.
Oh, that's a new one.
I'll stuff the sock back in.
Oh, come on.
It's a ruined sock.
And, I mean, the blood soaks through the sock, and eventually he loses his eyes kind of glaze over, and you can tell that he's passed on.
Hamlet's gonna go ahead and grab his shadow.
Okay. You didn't slay him, though? Because I think
it just dies.
I think you, if is that the language if a humanoid dies within whatever, or is
You
it
can pull up the thing.
when
I
you-
thought it was though.
When a human
Hold on.
dies within 30 feet of you, you can magically capture its shadow using your reaction.
you capture a shadow? You capture a shadow, and the sort of background you get. There's a lot of darkness in this, more than you remember from other cultists. And you kind of get the sort of memories you get is sort of like, the location of this place. But you also gain like a little bit of memory of, you get memories of uniforms, swords. You get memories of the outskirts of Fourth Stride. And it sort of comes to a head, and you realize that this person was once in the militia. And,
I share that with the group.
and you know their name was Jerd Tronta. I'm gonna put that in chat. Whoa, that paragraph. That's from OneNote. Whatever that S is.
It's a cult symbol.
Yes.
It's not a cult symbol. Well, not for this game. While you guys digest that, we'll go back to Tadias. So you leave the crypt, and the sun has gone down. It's dark now, but you navigate by your dark vision and just a little bit amount of moonlight filtering through the trees.
On the way, I'm gonna kind of try to console the kid and ask and see if I can get some words out of him. I don't know if I need to make check or anything, but I'm just gonna be like, "Listen, I know your mother was looking for you. The guards were looking for you. Do you know why those men took you?"
And the entire time, the child remains silent. But as you sort of leave the tree line, and you can sort of see the lights from Fourth Stride down the hill, and you can make out the outline of the wooden sort of palisade fence, and you see lights where the tower is.
I'm gonna cast light on my shield and kind of wave it above my head so the guards can spot me.
But as you do that, you hear a soft little voice come from the kid, and he says, My name's Brenlin.
I thought as much.
Thanks.
Brenlin, you're going to be safe. I'm gonna get you with the militia.
You can kind of feel like him nodding behind you. And you hear the cliche fantasy trope, Halt, who goes there?
My name is Thaddeus Adenoff. I have recovered a kidnapped boy from the woods. His name is Brenlin, a fire genocide child. We were asked about him earlier today.
You hear the person that says that. Oh my goodness. Let me open the door for you. And there's this metal door, really heavy metal door at the base of the tower, and you hear that that overused opening sound. And he says, "Oh, is he all right? Does he need medical attention?"
He's a little shook up. I need you to make sure that he's going to be all right. I need to return to the party.
Of course. We'll get him to his mother right away.
All right. And while I'm doing that, I say, Brendan, I want you to do something for me.
Uh-huh.
This is my friend. And I summon Yudarna kind of in my hand.
Okay.
He's going to go with you. I want you to keep him for a while, all right? Can you do that? Can you be brave?
He sort of like cups his hands, and Yudarnik like flutters into them, and he kind of just looks at it with this childlike curiosity, and he looks up at you, and he just nods.
If you feel sick, if you feel like things are getting hazy and it's difficult, I want you to talk to Yudarnik. He can find me. All right?
He nods. And yes, he was weakly coughing the entire way. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be back, all right?
He nods once more.
Good luck. And good luck to you. As I kind of like put him in his hands and I start running off into the woods. Some crazy blonde dude.
Yeah.
On his field.
And there's like the scene where the militiaman kind of like gently picks him up and kind of like carries him like young child bridal kind of thing. His legs are hanging over like his forearm, and he says,
"Here's a little lad,
Joe. Let's go." And then the scene sort of pans out, and then we cut back to you guys in the dungeon. The blood sort of soaking through Zachriel's sock, with the knowledge that she has now.
Did you put the sock back on?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
How long are you guys spending here? Because that whole thing happened like within the span of 10 minutes. Are you gonna take a long rest? Are you gonna take a breather? What do you want to do? Not long rest, short rest.
I think we're just taking a short rest. We were interrogating this guy and waiting for Thaddeus to return. So
okay.
Continue.
Yeah, so it does take that long, and I do need another con save from Zachriel.
Oof.
You the symptoms flare up significantly, and you are under the poison condition.
I try to hide it.
Okay.
You know the thing that people do when they try to hold a cough and they just
when they like try to tense their ribs a lot and they're just
yeah.
And they try to let it pass. Okay, so Thaddeus is hiking his way back. He kind of knows his way back now because he's been there once before. Takes a little bit. If you guys want, you can resolve a short rest. But you definitely still hear the thrumming coming from that direction. So go ahead and resolve a short rest.
I don't believe I'm getting one because I'm walking back to them.
Nope.
Yep. That's to be expected.
You get your inspiration back if you spent. I think Delia spent some for you.
Just one of them.
Yeah, so you get that back.
Thanks for being Delia.
That was a better hum than Adelia this episode.
Thanks for playing two spellcasters. That's worthy of applause.
Absolutely.
I love bards. They're so fun.
Bards are so fun.
Is pretty fun.
Let me know when you're all finished with your resolving your short rest, and then we'll got to Tobias.
Oh, it's dusty in here.
You're not fooling anyone, Zachary.
My allergies are acting up on my Kento, but
Is that what we're calling them now?
You don't have to do this, but you guys can roll deception, insight, contested rolls if you really want to.
Alright, I'm gonna try and roll sleight of hand while I'm coughing in the corner. Or would that be stealth?
No, that'd be sleight of hand. Well, I mean, they're both dex shit. No, it'll probably be stealth, because stealth is like, try to keep quiet. And that's disadvantage, because you're poisoned.
Alright, well, and every time I go to cough, I kind of shift my armor a little bit, so it makes a little bit of noise.
Ah, okay. Well. Yeah. You guys all done with your short rests?
Yep.
Okay, so Tobias, you make your way back in, past the carnage, through the rooms, and as you pass through like this area, it feels colder than you remember.
I couldn't see because my token's over here. Which room?
Here, just here, in this area.
Gotcha. So this direction over here.
Yeah, it just felt a little colder than before.
Gotcha. I'm gonna continue onwards into the room with
Yep.
everybody.
And you see Tobias return.
He looks extra dealt with. Did you
Hey,
get
bit his own tongue up.
No, that's less fun than I thought it would be.
Yes,
It
my
was a
sock
lot
ruined.
less fun.
The whole way into this room, it's gotten chillier. I think the path northward.
See, I told you, it's just getting colder, that's all.
Yeah. It's just getting colder.
I kind of give him that look, like, over to Zachariel. This early already? We must hurry.
Yes. We need to move.
I start leading them the way that I felt the breeze. Chilly, nippy air. Do I still hear the noises coming this way?
You do. You hear the thrumming coming from this direction. And when you sort of focus your attention that way, you can sort of make out this sort of gibberish-sounding rhythmic chanting.
It sounds like gibberish to me. I'm gonna try to identify language.
It sounds completely like gibberish to you.
Okay, then I'm gonna continue.
There's
forward.
no real pattern to it except for the rhythm. And as you make your way down, you notice that you can see your breath, and it feels like a winter night in here.
Something's amiss. I'm gonna start moving over this path. I think it links together, but just checking.
And as you approach, wait, don't move your tokens. You hear the chanting grow louder, and you can definitely hear it now, coming from this direction. That direction.
Whatever they're doing there in the middle of it, we have to hurry.
Let's go.
Right? I start getting to like a nice little jog.
So, in your field of vision, what? Wait a minute.
I can see the edge of this dude, I believe.
Oh, so you see a person. You see this guy. He is kneeling, and he's facing this pillar here. And you see on top of the pillar is this weird orb that seems to be. It's hard to see from where you are, but it looks like it looks like it has a glimmer to it, but the inside is a sort of roiling mass. And the person here doesn't seem to take notice of you. as they're just sort of chanting toward this thing.
I don't know. If I see that, I'm thinking anchor point, so I think I don't need to ask any questions. I'm going to attack this dude.
Okay, roll initiative. And at the start of combat, they're all prone, by the way. I should mark that. In fact, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, not a lot of mercy after that last encounter.
For sure. Just let me mark things. And let me roll their initiatives. Don't need the skeleton anymore. And sort those guys and do a thing here. And this will definitely be our last fight of the night. Well, maybe. Okay. Alright. Let me pop up the musics. Wish I had like a soundboard like next to me that I could just like that button instead of having to type things.
You need to get a stream deck.
Like dark.
Yeah, exactly.
I do, don't I? It sounds like a good investment.
They're not that expensive.
No,
Sounds like it.
Programming time.
Even better investment. Alright. Alrighty. You see Tadiah start to charge headlong, Illyria. I don't know if you can see this person or not. Just out of the...
Is it supposed to be, like, really dark for me?
I mean, it's your dark vision. So... Can you see that token? Can you see this guy?
Barely.
Yeah, that's right.
Barely.
That's what it should be. Your dark vision, yeah, 60 feet, all dim. So you can barely see that guy.
Okay, then.
And he is sort of prone on the ground. So what do you do?
I'm gonna get up here.
No, you're definitely... Yeah, okay.
Kind of take cover, just try and look.
And you see several more of these dudes. This one here looks like he's standing on solid water.
Is he standing or kneeling?
Kneeling, sorry. What is Illyria doing? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I guess I'll go and shoot.
I don't know, you tell me.
No, I don't know what they're doing, so I'm just gonna...
Okay, well, you have disadvantage because they're prone. That is a hit.
It would be to that guy.
Okie doke. Alright. That hurts him a bunch. That misses, unfortunately. So your arrow slams into his back, and he tumbles over a little bit, and the other arrow just sails over his head and skitters across the ice. And that's it.
I'm gonna just get up into cover here.
Alrighty. This one stands up. And what can you see? Yeah. Takes a couple of steps gingerly over here. looking at Tadias. And they are going to point their fingers at you, sir, and I need you to make a wisdom save.
Get a lot of these today. Let's do it.
Alright, you succeed. You feel your body clamp up a bunch, but then you shake it off.
Not again.
And that's his turn. This one stands up, looks over, and who can he see? On the double cheese. They can see Zachariel because of a flame head. So he is going to stand up and go 15 feet. And I need Zachariel to make a wisdom save. Alright. I don't think poison condition gives you disadvantage on saves.
I don't know. It says ability checks and attack through, or attacks. So I don't know if a saving throw was technically an ability check.
Saving throw
20.
Yeah, so the 20. You succeed. You feel this weird force start to clamp in around you, but you shake your head and cough a bit, and it goes away. This one, who's wounded severely, stands up and moves over to here and sort of moves his hand in a weird swirly motion, and right next to Zachariel, this weird cloud sort of appears. And I'm gonna take an attack roll as this weird form tries to hit you for 19.
Is that by Tadias?
Tadias?
Yes, sorry.
You said Zachariel.
Did I? Sorry. Tadias. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Alright, that's going to be 9 force damage. And then I need you to make a dex save.
Dex save, interesting.
Alright, so he moves his fingers a little bit again, and this purple violet light sort of descends from the cavern ceiling. And you take 1 radiant damage.
Oh no, and after reduction it's 1 radiant damage.
Yeah. And last one goes, stands up, and makes his way down here. I don't know if he can do anything. He holds, he stands there and kind of assesses the battlefield and then just kind of waits. Zachariel, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna run forward. I'm a shove.
Shove.
Hang on. Oof.
He is not prone.
I'm attack.
Alright. That hits. For 11 bludgeoning. And then that misses.
Alright, that's it for me.
Alright. Oh, okay. What'd you roll, Delia?
A 4.
Alright.
Yes.
Perfect. Hum.
Hum is going to move forward, and she's going to take a shot with her crossbow. She's going to use the dual bolt.
Yeah. Who's she shooting?
She's shooting the gentleman in front of Zachariel.
Alright.
That's a cultist, not gentleman.
That's a hit. For 7 piercing. Okay.
So she's going.
What?
For the second shot, do I just use the regular crossbow?
Yeah. I mean, it's a macro, so it should still be the same to hit. Oh, hello. That definitely kills. Bleh. As he crumples in front of Zachariel. Alright. Anything else, Hum?
That's it.
Alright.
Oh wait, I'm going to throw inspiration
You
to Zachariel.
can't. The dual bolts uses your bonus
Oh,
action.
that's right.
Alright, Tadias.
Yeah, let's just move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm gonna cut this dude up to ribbons.
Alright, when you get there, and you should make a wisdom save, as this guy fires off a spell.
Okay.
You are paralyzed.
Alright. I spend my turn being paralyzed. At the end of my turn, do I get to try to save?
Yeah. I think that's... Yeah. That unfortunately does not save.
I will stand there looking like an idiot.
Delia.
Okay. We're gonna get up here. And I think it's fireball time.
Alright, let me get the thing. I have it. It's in the GM layer. It's coming. Yeah. Where's it going? Up here? Yeah. Alright.
Yep.
That was good rolling. You might one-shot a guy.
Wow.
Okay, so this is for blue. He did. This is for green. He not dead. And this is for red. He dead. As the flames just surround him.
Am I no longer paralyzed?
Yeah, you're not paralyzed anymore.
Yeah.
And you see the I'm gonna put this back in the GM layer. Actually, I'm gonna move it out of here and then put it. You see the weird orb thing, kind of like it looks like heat is sort of wafting off of it, and you can kind of see a little crack forming. You gonna do anything else, Delia?
Is the spiritual weapon still there?
Yes.
Okay.
But it'll fade
I
away
use
in a minute.
My bonus action to Blade Ward,
Alright.
and then move back.
Okay. Illyria.
Okay, I'm gonna peek out and I'm going to cast silence on around that guy.
Ooh, okay. I can just use the same template. Yay! Alright. That does anything? Nope. Alright. Sorry. Yeah. So where's this? Is this gonna be right here? Yeah.
Yeah, about there.
Okay. His turn comes around, and kind of realizes that he can't do much.
Can't I hit?
No, you use your action to cast a spell.
Don't I get another action?
No. You get 2 attacks when you take the attack action, but you don't get 2 actions.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So, realizing that he can't speak, he's going to attempt to get out of the silence. And you hear him, like, move out of the area of affecting, just like his voice comes in, like, ah! And then he turns to Tadias, and tries to give you the bad touch.
Well, at least that's not an advantage.
Certainly not. He's gonna try to touch you real bad. Meow. That was poop.
So 14 damage?
Yes, sir, but reduced.
7.
Alright. That's his turn.
Getting bad touched all over the place.
You are. Alright. That one's dead. And that one's dead. Zachriel. Zachriel.
Hello.
Your turn.
There's no one left?
Now it's this guy here.
Oh. Jeez. Huh. I will try to knock him prone.
Alright. He stays stable.
I will attack.
That misses. That misses.
I will action surge.
All right. That hits. 17 bludgeoning. Okay. Oof. Oof indeed. You swipe him across the shoulder, turns around to face you. It's your turn.
It's time to shoot him again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you haven't shot this guy before, but yeah. That's a hit. For 8 piercing. Okay. He's still alive.
I'm gonna throw a little psychic blades at him.
Alright. Alright, so he cries out, screams loudly as you slay him. By the way, Mark II Concordance on your tracking thing, by the way. And he crumples to the ground. And we are out of initiative. And the silence kind of fades away after a minute.
I'm gonna walk up to this thing and start inspecting it.
Okay. As you approach and you look at this thing, you can sort of see it has this weird orange tinted glow to it, with this weird swirling purple tendrils on the surface, and then inside there's like this black cloud that's just roiling.
You think dispel it, or what do you think?
We should try.
Do we break it?
I would let try to use the magic first, and we can always break it after.
It still has the crack on it from the fireball, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but we don't know what would happen if we break it.
Okay. I'm gonna need Hum to make an ability check. As she's sort of casting this spell, she can feel this resistance.
What do you want me to roll?
An ability check with your charisma modifier.
And add your, what's it called? Jill or Jack of all trades thing.
Ah, yes. So, it's gonna be +5 in total.
I don't know. It was an ability.
That'd be minus your...
That's
I
gonna...
also probably do it, probably.
Okay, that was a 9 in total, so 9 plus 5 is...
14?
14. 14. That is not enough.
Hey, boy.
As you see it sort of back at you. And, Zachariel, you feel this wave of nausea hit you.
That's definitely it. Alright, no time like the present. I take Razier in my hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of aim for the center of mass, and I'm just gonna stab into it.
Alright, tink! And you see a crack start to form as you hit it with just the tip of Razier.
Like, keep hitting it, I guess.
Okay. You see Tadias start to work at this thing. The crack
Do
starts
I urge every time he hits?
A little bit, yeah. Like, not as much as the Dispel Magic, but you do feel like a twinge in your stomach every time Tadias hits it. And finally, the tip finds, like, this perfect crack, and for flavor, he twists it, and the whole thing just shatters. And when it shatters, the roiling black cloud substance starts to billow out, and you see this thing start to appear that looks like it's full of like motes of fire and ice and lightning, and it lashes out at you. And I need you guys to roll initiative again.
If this fight is going to take longer than 4 minutes, I need to leave.
Oh yeah?
It's 1:30. I have to get up in 3.5 hours for work.
Okay. I mean,
So someone can control me.
We got next week.
Yeah, we do have next week.
All right, so we'll leave this for next week for the delightful conclusion. So this thing appears, and you see like it roiling with this fire, lightning, and ice, and like this. You feel like wind start to twirl around you, and we will continue next week.
Yeah, just do like the 1920 send off. Will our adventurers survive the boiling energy? Or will they be dispelled and destroyed? Tune in next time now.
Yes, indeed.
I don't want to die. I'm not a lot of HP.
Join us next time. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Will our heroes destroy this chaotic being? And tune in next week. Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us, Joy.
See you, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.